There is a new African in the world. That new African is ready to fight his own battle and show that after all, the black man is capable of managing his own affairs.
The year was 1957. Ghana, the once colonized nation, has just gotten its independence, and the country is now in its baby stages with a promising economy and a bright future ahead. World War II has just ended recently in 1945, about 12 years ago from 1957.
This is the BBC Home Service. We're interrupting programs to make the following announcement. It is understood that in accordance with arrangements between the three great powers, an official announcement will be broadcast by the Prime Minister at 3 o'clock tomorrow. In view of this fact, tomorrow, Tuesday, will be treated as Victory in Europe Day.
After nearly 6 long years, the war in Europe is finally over. May 8th, 1945 is declared Victory in Europe Day. Spontaneous celebrations erupt throughout the world.
By the end of World War II, much of Europe and Asia and parts of Africa lay in ruins. Combat and bombing had flattened cities and towns, destroyed bridges and railways, and scorched the countryside. The war had also taken a staggering toll in both military and civilian lives. Shortages of food, fuel, and all kinds of consumer products persisted, and in many cases worsened after peace was even declared. War-ravaged Europe and Japan could not produce enough goods for their own people, much less for export. Italy's economy experienced a period of unprecedented growth even after World War II, known as the Italian economic miracle. Its GDP grew by an average of 5.9% annually from 1950 to 1963, peaking at 8.3% in 1961. Industrial output grew at over 10% per year, which was only surpassed by Japan and West Germany. While Italy's economy was recovering in the 1950s after World War II, the recovery was still uneven and slow, particularly in the south. Even with some economic growth, several factors still push people to emigrate. This phenomenon is called the Italian diaspora. Following Ghana's independence in 1957, international travel by Ghanaian leaders and chiefs became much more common. Somewhere along the line in the 1950s and 1960s, a particular chief had traveled outside the country and found himself in Italy. He became a good friend with one Italian and spoke extensively about his country, the newly independent nation, the land full of gold, the Gold Coast. After Ghana gained independence in 1957, opportunities for economic cooperation and development opened up. Italian companies, particularly in construction, infrastructure, and manufacturing, started to engage in projects in Ghana, leading to the arrival of Italian workers and professionals. This is where Baron Fiery Terraconi, Ernesto Terraconi's father, came in. After hearing much sensational stories about Ghana, Baron Fiery Terraconi moved to Ghana in search of the gold in 1967, but fate had different plans for him. A year later, Ernesto Taricone joined his father in Ghana in 1968 alongside his brothers. He actually did not like the idea of coming to Ghana in the first place, as he had no idea about the country or never knew it even existed. Much more to his worst dismay, it was located in Africa. It was the late 1950s and people in Europe had some weird perception about Africa. But then, what else could he do? He followed his father reluctantly, never knowing fate had something in store for him. Baron, however, was undeterred. He saw an opportunity where his son saw hardship. Little by little, he was able to acquire a piece of land. His father's construction firm flourished, building rental infrastructure for the burgeoning nation. Ernesto Taricone, now a teenager, worked along his father, learning the in and out of the business. He possessed his father's keen eye for details, but also an innate understanding of the Ghanaian market, a sense of what people needed and desired. In 1979, Baron Fiore Terraconi passed away. Ernesto felt a mixture of fear and determination. He had loved his father deeply, and the thought of letting his father's work crumble was unbearable. But inheriting such a vast enterprise in a particularly turbulent time felt akin to inheriting a volcano, magnificent, powerful, and potentially devastating. He needed a way to expand his father's estate even more. In 1990, with limited resources but a bold move, he started with importing and selling agricultural machinery. Business was good and booming as Ghana's major resource was agriculture and obviously their main source of income. He started a township where he envisaged and called it the Trasacco Valley, named after a town in Italy where his family originally came from. His entrepreneurial spirit bloomed. He recognized the demand for high-quality, affordable housing. A need for that resonates with him deeply after witnessing the challenges faced by many Ghanaians. He started small, focusing on well-designed, durable homes built using local labor. His projects were a success, built on foundation of trust and mutual respect. He soon expanded the business further into other sectors. He established the Trasacco Group. The Trasacco Group is an umbrella company that houses other successful and well-doing businesses in mining, construction, real estate, and agriculture. Ernesto acquired his wealth from his construction and real estate development firm, Trasacco Estate Development Company, the developers of Trasacco Valley, which is the pioneer in luxury planned apartment and high-end property development for the affluent in Ghana. Trasacco also developed and owns the Aurora luxury apartments in Accra. Development works are still ongoing to expand the Trasacco Valley into a mini town with 1,000 homes and will include a mini golf course with recreational facilities in a commercial zone. The overall project investment into Trasacco Valley amounts to $400 million and the homes cost between $1 million to $3 million to purchase. Trasacco Estate Development Company currently has over $500 million in ongoing projects. Trasacco Group has another subsidiary called Casa Trasacco, an interior design company which is managed by his nephew Massimiliano and daughter Agatha Taricone. Another subsidiary of the group is a quarry business located in Shai Hills, has a total production capacity of 60 tons per month.
So in 1967, my grandfather migrated from Italy to Ghana, and because he loved so much his village in Italy called Trasacco, everything in Ghana is called Trasacco. My grandfather has arrived in Ghana to looking for a gold. He never found the gold, but he found a different kind of gold that is the people of Ghana. The people of Ghana is the real gold of Ghana.
Taricone co-owns Mashaleti & Co., which he acquired together with two partners in 2004. Mashaleti & Co. has been operating as a construction firm in Ghana for over 60 years. Its landmark developments include the hockey stadium in Accra and Accra Sports Stadium reconstruction. The company constructed a luxury System 1 apartment, the Beaufort Ridge at North Ridge in Accra, on behalf of Beaufort Properties at a cost of $10 million. The World Bank office at Ridge, Accra, and the One Airport Square building at the Airport City, also in Accra. Ernesto Taricone's Trasacco Estate Development Company developed and owns the Villaggio Vista condominium, which is now a landmark in Accra for being the tallest building in Ghana. The project cost $125 million to develop and features $2 million penthouse apartments. Empire Builders Ghana, another subsidiary, also has a land bank of 150,000 acres. In agriculture, Taricone owns St. Agatha Agricultural Property of Baron Taricone Limited, with over 52,000 acres of farmland dedicated to pineapple, banana, and other agricultural development. He also owns a 2,103-acre plot of land designated for tourism development projects. Ital Pre-Stress and Construction Products Limited is also a factory he owns, which produces prefabricated concrete sections and manufactures pre-stressed concrete products. It is the manufacturer of the Trasacco fast floor, beam and block, hollow core and biscuit slab systems, with deposit in Accra and Kumasi. Taricone co-owns Royal Aluminium Systems, a factory which was set up for the production of aluminium windows, doors, and curtain walls. The company recently completed the construction of their new automatic glass factory and has the largest market share for the supply in terms of both volume and product quality in Ghana. Taricone's Gulf Rake Aviation Limited, based at the Kotoka International Airport, also offers helicopter services and provides private executive helicopter transportation for both commercial and passenger transport. Most of the company's clients are oil and gas companies operating in Ghana. Other subsidiaries under the Trasacco group are Fabi Timbers Limited in Kumasi, which specializes in wood processing for export with monthly sales of $1 million, and Fabi BRM Wood Processing Company, located outside of Cape Coast. 95% of its products are exported to Europe and America. West Africa Industrial Development is also another factory which produces timber doors. You see, Ernesto Taricone is a very intelligent businessman. He owns all the supply chain, all the production lines, everything about real estate. So assuming he wants to put up a building or an apartment, he can just put up a whole complete apartment in just the space of 1 month.